Okay, thank you very much. Welcome back and welcome to Zinzino Basics Season 2. Today, the topic is Make 2021 the best year ever. And so if this is the first time you've attended my webinar, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. I'm really excited and happy to be back presenting to all of you. Today, we're going to have an interactive session where you will be setting some goals, some intentions for yourself, and it will be very, very beneficial for you. So here's a rundown of what we're going to do. We're going to set some New Year intentions, and then I will give an overview of what we're going to be talking about in the coming 4 weeks. So there will be a self-assessment. So please get a piece of paper and a pen if you've got some nearby, and we will be setting health intentions, and I'll give an overview of the webinars that are coming up. So first of all, Happy New Year. I wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful 2021. I wish you all overflowing abundance, radiant health, and lots of joy and happiness. I know for a fact that 2021 is best year for sure. And this year, we want to make it your year. And it's all about you. It's going to be all about you, not us. So you need to shine. And because of that, you will be the ones guiding and leading tonight's webinar, not me. And together, we will take a deep dive. And don't worry about it. I will be holding your hands every step of the way. So what is this self-assessment that I'm talking about? Before you can reach any goals, you have to set one first, right? And before you can set any goal, you need to know where you stand right now, right here. And this is exactly why we advocate the use of balance test as a springboard for your balanced health journey. So this self-assessment is actually a series of simple questions. They're simple, but they're not easy because you really need to look at yourself and answer them honestly. And you have to rate yourself. So on an earlier slide, I talked about intention setting. So what exactly is an intention? An intention, so every day we come up with all sorts of desires and wants, but an intention is different from a want or a desire. An intention is a desire with a passion. You're really passionate about it. You have clarity about it. You want to achieve it. You want to realize it. That's what I mean by intentions. And today we're going to set some really powerful intentions for your health in 2021. So when you do the self-assessment, please be honest, because no one's going to see your results. Only you will see it. So you don't have to worry about privacy or anything. And no judgment. Don't judge yourself. You know, we all have to start somewhere. So face your own truths now, because it's only when you face them that change happens. And we want change to happen for you starting from today and continue on in 2021. And when you read these statements, don't overthink them. Just choose whatever feels right to you right now. And if you haven't already done so, please get a piece of paper and a pen. And this is how it works. We have a scale. You will be presented with some simple statements, and depending on how strongly you agree or disagree with it, you will rate yourself. If you strongly agree with it, you'll give it a 5. And if you strongly disagree, a 1. So you write down the numbers, and then at the end, we will add them all up and you'll get a score. So are you ready? I'll give you 10 more seconds in case you haven't got a piece of paper and a pen with you. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's start. So there are 6 categories. The first one is energy and sleep. I will be reading the statements out in case you can't, look at your screen. The first one is, I wake up every morning feeling rested and energized. Give yourself a number. I look forward to every new day with great enthusiasm. I go through the day with vitality without coffee. Number 4, after a day at work, I have plenty of energy for my spouse, my family, or my personal projects. Number 5, I fall asleep easily at night without the need of medication. Okay, category 1 over. Now we move on to category 2, brain and mind. Number 1, I have focused concentration and clarity of mind. Number 2, I have good memory. Number 3, I am present when others speak to me. Being present means when others are speaking to you or when you are doing something, you're only focused on the current task or the person you're speaking to. You're not thinking about something else somewhere else. Number 4, I am disciplined and execute my plans productively. Number 5, I feel peaceful and stress-free most of the time. Okay, category 2 over. Now we move on to category 3. Heart and circulation. Number 1, my hands and feet feel warm most of the time. Number 2, I can still speak with relative ease while engaging in moderate intensity exercise. Number 3, I eat a heart-healthy diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, olive oil, and fish, or vegan DHA or EPA. Number 4, I am a non-smoker. Number 5, my chest feels open and I can breathe with ease. Okay, now we move on to the next section, gut and digestion. Number 1, I have good and strong digestion. Number 2, I have at least 8 servings of fiber-rich fruits and vegetables a day. A serving is about 80 grams. Number 3, I have regular bowel movement. Number 4, I do not have bad breath. It's I do not, okay? Number 5, I have a healthy gut with no food poisoning or adverse reactions in the past year. Okay, let's move on to the next category. Immunity. Number 1, I seldom have a cold. Number 2, I seldom have infection. Number 3, I seldom have allergies. Number 4, I seldom have a cough or phlegm. If you don't know what phlegm is the mucus that you have in your body. It could be in your throat or it could be from your lungs as well. Number 5, I seldom feel fatigue or body aches? Okay, let's move on. Muscle, bone, and joints. Number 1, I exercise for 30 minutes at least 5 days a week. Number 2, I am flexible and can touch my toes when I bend forward. Number 3, I have good posture, as in I don't slouch, or when I walk, or when I sit, or when I stand, I have really good posture. My bones and my joints are aligned. Number 4, I have good balance, as in you can stand on one foot with no problem. Yeah. Number 5, I can perform functional everyday tasks with ease and pain-free. For example, reaching above my head, or chasing a bus, or lifting up a child. Okay, so how did you all go? Now, how did you all do? Please now add up all your scores and then see where you are in this scale. I'll give you some time to do the maths. Have you got the results yet? Well, I can't see your scores, but only you will know it. So I'm not gonna call anybody out and ask their results because it's meant to be private. But if you score 140 to 150, congratulations, you are extraordinary. You have extraordinary health, and you are obviously looking after yourself really, really well. And I mean, if you're in the category from 125 to 139, you're still doing excellent, really, really well. So congratulations to you. If you're in the transitional or above average groups, then I mean, you are on the right track. You are doing okay. You're doing quite good, actually, quite well, actually. Yeah, just pay more attention and then set a goal, and in no time you'll be able to reach, excellent or extraordinary. But if you are in the categories compromised or critical, you really, really need to rethink your lifestyle, your nutrition, and all the things that you do. Are you giving your body what it needs? Are you taking good care of your body? So we're not doing this exercise for you to be judgmental of yourself or to be really critical. It's just to give you an idea of where you are so you can set your goals, which is what we're going to do next. So, like I said before, an intention is a desire with passion, and that's what you want to do, because you should be passionate about your health, because health is the foundation of everything you do. Without health, you can't do anything. So I'm going to ask you these questions. Do you know the things that you know you should do? For example, eating more healthily, exercising every day, or clearing your mind of all negative thoughts before you go to sleep. And do you do the things that you know you shouldn't do? For example, ruminating over negative thoughts, or eating junk food, or going to bed late, these things. And to be honest, we are all experts on health. We all know what we should do in order to become healthy, and we all know what we shouldn't do, to stay away from illness. But why isn't everybody doing that? It's because you don't have a strong enough reason to do that, which is also why most people fail in their New Year's resolutions. So today we're going to explore your why to give you a powerful fuel for the intention or for the goal you have for yourself in the health arena for 2021. So if you look at any area of your life, any area, not just health, when it comes to quality of life, it really, really is dependent on all the small decisions that you make throughout the day. It's not those big decisions that determine who you are or determine the outcome of your health or your relationships or your finance. For example, let's say at 3 p.m., are you going to reach for that cookie, or are you going to do something healthy for yourself? Are you going to drink that soda, or are you going to choose water instead? At the weekend, are you going to lie on the couch and do nothing all day, or would you rather do exercise? It's these small decisions that you make on a daily basis that add up, and they create the outcome that you're looking at right now. So what I would like you to do now is pick one thing that you would like to change. It could be a bad habit. For example, you find yourself eating too much sugar or desserts, or you're eating too much junk food, or you go to bed too late, you would like to go to bed earlier, you don't drink enough water, and you're always, drinking soda, or you don't exercise enough. Whatever it is, as long as it's about your health, it's related to your health, just pick one thing, just one thing. You don't need to do you don't need to choose a lot of things right now. Just one thing. What is it? Write it down now. Okay. So after you've written that habit down, I want you to think about these questions. I would like you to answer these questions. First of all, what's the payoff for you to stay this way? So let's say you like eating junk food. What's in it for you? There must be some form of comfort or pleasure from doing this. You might think, well, it's tasty, it's comfort food, I feel really happy when I eat it. I mean, there's no judgment here. Whatever it is that it gives you, just write it down, because it's very important that you do this step. A lot of people fail because they fail in the New Year's resolutions because they do not acknowledge, this pleasure or this comfort that they get from doing these things. So what is it? Next, we're going to look at the costs. What does it cost you if you stay this way? For example, if you continue to be a couch potato, what will it cost you? If you continue to eat junk food every day, what will it cost you? If you continue to go to sleep at 3 or 4 a.m., what will it cost you? What are you missing out on life? And what opportunities are you pushing away from you if you don't change? Please look at this, face it, think about it. What is it that you're missing out on if you don't change? Okay, and finally, I would like you to think about the biggest benefits that you will get if you can achieve this. Let's say your intention is to lose 10 pounds. What will you gain from losing this 10 pounds? What will you be able to do which was previously unavailable to you? And how would you feel? Can you visualize yourself standing in front of a mirror, looking confident, looking healthy, looking fit, looking attractive? How would you feel The feeling is very important here. And the benefit, what will you gain? Okay, so if you've written your answers to those 3 questions, I'd like you to just set them aside for now. But if you really want these ideas to stick, if you want your intentions to come true, please read your answers to these 3 questions every day for the next 10 days. If you can do it for 30 days, I can guarantee you that you will definitely be able to realize to achieve your goal and realize your intention, because it will sink into your subconscious mind, and then when you do things without thinking, you will opt for something healthier. And you can repeat this exercise for as many times as you want with the other habits that you wrote down or that you would like to change, but don't overwhelm yourself. One step at a time. So now that we have set our goals, coming back to Zinzino and their products, how can we be of service to you? What can we do for you? The first thing that comes to mind is the Zinzino Health Protocol, which really is more than a bunch of products. It has Balance Oil Plus, it has Xenobiotic Plus, it has Extend Plus. And if you really think about it, it's not just supplements. It's not just something that you take every day and then you forget about your health. It really is a lifestyle. You can think of these supplements as a catalyst for a healthier lifestyle. And when you do this thing, when you become healthier, you meet a lot of like-minded people and you form a tribe and you connect with people on a global basis, on a global scale, and you form a global community, and then you walk this journey together. So it really, really is more than a bunch of products. It's a lifestyle, it's a tribe, it's a movement, really. So, like I said, if you have this connection, if you have this idea of where you're going, if you have written down your intention and you know where you want to be, then I would like to let you know that we're here to support you. In the next 4 weeks or so, well, next 4 weeks actually, we have prepared a series of webinars to help support you on your journey to become healthier, to help you realize your health intentions for 2021. So the next one, the first in the series, which will be next Tuesday, it's on the 19th. The topic is, how does Extend Plus help you enjoy more energy and improve bone and joint functions? If you remember the self-assessment we did earlier, those are actually some benefits that you can enjoy if you have good energy, if you have a high level of energy available to you during the day. So Extend is a multivitamin, mineral, phytonutrient, broad spectrum support system. It has more than 145 EFSA health claims. EFSA is European Food Safety Authority. For those of you outside of Europe, well, you should know that. If you're from the States, you should know that the European Union has really, really stringent regulations on these health claims. So in order to be eligible for these health claims, it really means something. And there are more than 145 associated with Extend. So to use Dr. Paul Clayton's analogy, he talks about health as building a house. So on the ground floor, we have the standard A to Z, the multivitamin mineral formula, and then added to it are phytonutrients like lutein, which are good for your eyes, and then we have carotenoids like beta and alpha carotene, which are important for, they are antioxidants and they're important for immune functions. And then we have all 8 forms of vitamin E, not just tocopherol, because they all have different functions to play. And then on top of this, we're building the first floor with coenzyme Q10, which is also an antioxidant, and it's very important if you need energy. For people, let's say, who are taking statin, they will have compromised energy metabolism. So those people will need to take extra coenzyme Q10. And then we have polyphenols, like what Dr. Paul Clayton said, not just water-soluble polyphenol in this formula. We have the rarer forms of fat-soluble polyphenols as well. And on the second floor, we have 1316 beta-glucan, which is a very potent immunomodulant. It can prime your immune system for optimal function. And then we also have broccoli extract, which is one of the most potent phytonutrient for a lot of different functions. For example, it can help you, it can support you in your efforts towards preventing cancer. And then we will be diving into this phenomenon called malnutrition type B. In a lot of developed countries, they also have malnutrition, but it's not associated with underweight. In these countries, people are eating a ultra-processed industrial diet. They have a lot of empty calories, which means they don't really meet their nutritional requirements for all these essential nutrients. Therefore, we see a widespread epidemic of deficiencies, and they have all these symptoms associated with them and conditions, different conditions. And we'll also be talking about the costs. What kind of costs? We're talking about health costs and economic costs in the long run. So your quality of life will definitely be compromised if you don't feel energized. I mean, think about it. If you don't have the energy to wake up or to go to work or to speak or play with your kids, what kind of quality of life are you talking about, right? And then the week after next week, on the 26th, we'll be talking about how Xenobiotic, a prebiotic fiber blend, and Protect can contribute to gut and immune health. So if you are familiar with functional medicine, gut health is a major component of it. Some functional medicine practitioners actually say 80% of our immunity lies in the gut. If you think about it, we as a biosystem is actually composed more of bacteria, because we have 100 trillion bacteria in the gut versus just 30 trillion cells in the whole human body. So we really are more bacteria than human cells. So if you think about it, if the bacteria in our body are healthy, then we will be healthy, because they are constantly communicating with our heart, with our gut, with our brain. So your ultimate good health will depend on, the health of the bacteria and the type and the balance of the bacteria in your gut. And what's special about Xenobiotic is it's a very smart formula of prebiotics. Prebiotics are actually fibers that we cannot digest ourselves, but they can be metabolized by the microbiome in our gut. And it will be time released, because we know our gut is very long and we don't want all of them to be digested by the bacteria, at the beginning of the gut. We want the fibers to go through the whole duration of the gut, and nutrients or other good things being released throughout the whole gut, so we get the maximum benefits. And we want to use this to nurture the good bacteria, because these fibers are actually food for the bacteria, and they will support the removal of bad bacteria as well. And the Protect formula is the star component, the star ingredient is 1316 beta glucan. We also have it in Extend, but in this webinar, we will be talking mostly about 1316 beta glucan in this particular one. So in the Extend one, we won't be talking about it. So we'll focus on this here. And then in February, we'll be talking about how Viva can improve mood, cognitive functions, and mental health. This one is very dear to my heart, especially because I'm actually studying neuroscience at King's College London right now. So everything to do with the brain, the cognitive functions, and mental health are really, really interesting to me, are fascinating to me. So we actually know that anxiety, stress, and depression are the biggest pandemic right now in the modern world. And they impact every facet of our life. They impact our health, our relationships, our career, and even our outlook on life. So this formula, Viva, contains bioactives in to enhance neurotransmitters and BDNF, and they are both important for your mood, for cognitive functions. For example, if you can raise a high level of BDNF is associated with more neurogenesis, meaning you can actually grow new brain cells, and that is very important for your memory. If you find that your memory is sometimes failing you, then remember to come and join this webinar. We'll be talking about that. And then finally, well, we have Balance Oil, the regular one, and we also have Balance Oil Vegan. So this time we'll be talking about how it can support normal brain and heart functions for vegetarians and vegans, because they are usually, people who are on a restricted diet are usually more at risk for certain nutrients or deficiencies. So with this formula, they will also be able to enjoy the same cognitive and cardiovascular benefits from EPA and DHA without eating any animal products. So some of the benefits that you can think about are focus, clarity of mind, and if you find that you're not able to stick to your goals, for example, your New Year's resolutions, then you will find that the ability to take consistent actions towards your goals actually depends on your brain chemistry, which ultimately depends on what nutrients you put into your body that nourish your brain. So we'll be talking about that. And this formula can also support memory, and most importantly, it can douse the flames of inflammation in your brain and heart. And we know that a lot of modern diseases are actually products of inflammation, chronic inflammation in our body. So these are the 4 upcoming webinars, and I'm really excited, and I hope you will be able to join us. But if you won't be able to join us live, they will be recorded and posted online. So here is a quote from Albert Einstein. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. So this is what we have done today. We set a goal for your health, and please stick with them. And I really hope that you will find time to reread the answers that you gave to the 3 questions I asked you, and then I hope that they will serve as a strong motivator for you to achieve your health goals. And thank you very much for tuning in today. Thank you very much. And once again, Happy New Year to everyone, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you.
Fantastic, Shane, and thank you so much. If you could stop the screen share, that would be great. And guys, truly appreciate the energy and effort that's put into Master Shane. You know, that was a great overview, and I appreciate you doing what you did, okay, by forcing us to move it 1 extra week, because you're right. And I should always say the master is right, okay? That was a great overview. Now we know exactly what you're going to be presenting over the next 4 weeks. So you're giving us 5 weeks of your time. And look, we truly thank you for that time and energy and effort. Let me go over, okay? And you know, Peter will go through as well. In Hong Kong, China, Xenobiotics, one of the most important products in the warehouse now in Hong Kong, China, and obviously some other parts around the world as well. Not available in Australia. One of the greatest products, correct, Peter?
Absolutely. And thank you, Shane, for doing this preview and overview of the key products of Zinzino. And Rob is holding the other products. I think the balance test, the extend, the protect, and the fever. So these are all the great products. And just how powerful Shane presentation. You're just doing the preview, and I start taking the call. They want to purchase the products now. So please don't wait. You don't have to listen. Well, you're welcome to watch the webinars in the next Tuesday and the next Tuesday's webinars. But you can start enjoy the products now. So Rob, I have to get back to work because I really have customer waiting here to purchase the new products from Zinzino. So for the next section, it will be, again, Shane in Mandarin. So Rob, back to you, and I have to get back to work for 5 minutes.
Fantastic, Peter. Thank you. And Master Shane, see you in 15 minutes. Final checkup, guys, from the neck up, the balance test, number 1 priority. Number 2 priority, the Extend Plus, again, available over here in Hong Kong, China. Protect Plus, and then the Viva Plus, all available along with your Xenobiotics. They are the key products along with our balanced oil. You know, when you start adding in the balanced oil with all these products, they all work synergistically together. Guys, get online, get your connections in Hong Kong, China, get them on these products. This health product protocol is the best in the world. As you'll hear Master Shane talk about that over the next 4 weeks in English, then Mandarin, and then Cantonese, you'll be blown away. They all will be recorded. They will be on Facebook, and we'll be posting them online on one of the major channels as well, so the people in China can actually watch these as well. Thanks, guys. Take care, and God bless.